Hey everyone, great to see you again. It's been a while, but welcome to another video of unboxing with me, yours truly, Johnny McWang. Now, on today's episode, this, as all my collectibles are, this piece is something that it was discontinued. I've looked on eBay, Amazon, everywhere for it for years, and it was going in excess of £700. But with the Disney takeover of Star Wars, they re-released a lot of sabers, and honestly, I can't wait to actually see this one. This is one of my favorite lightsabers all time from one of the best heroes in the Star Wars universe. And let's just get straight to it. It is the Luke Skywalker Return of the Jedi Black Series lightsaber from Hasbro. Now, this, at the time I bought it, just before the end of 2023, was going for £141.99 on Amazon, and honestly, this was too good a bargain to pass by. A couple of downsides to it. This is how it came from Amazon. Now, what I'm not too impressed with, Jeffrey, is look at what they've absolutely done. I have no idea. It literally looks like they played football with it, but as long as it's all good inside, that's all that matters. So, without further ado, let's get it down. Let's just get it open. Let's get it open. Actually, not even the tape. It's just literally. Now, the last Black Series saber I bought was the Mace Windu one, and it came a lot better box than this, I must say. This is literally, although to be fair, you can tell that they're doing their bit for the environment because it is all cardboard, all recyclable. So, let's see what's in the box. The great thing about, as well, the Force Effects Elite series is that the blade is now detachable. So, as is the Mace Windu lightsaber, which is just behind me. I don't think you can't see it. It's being shrouded by the curtain. But with the Elite series, all the hilts, all the saber blades are detachable. So literally, you can just have it separated. Now, I've always said, people have asked me about consumer advice with sabers, and I've always said that with, I'm just trying to make sure I don't drop it. With sabers, you can buy the Legacy editions, which you get at Galaxy's Edge. You can get them. They are pretty much half the price of normal sabers, and they are pretty decent. To be fair, I have the Skywalker Legacy edition, which I bought from the Disney store, and I'm in love with it. Say, like again, like this saber, with the first series, I guess, of the Elite Forces, they have discontinued, or they did discontinue a lot of them, and you are looking at paying in excess of literally about £700 for one of these. So when they re-released it, and with, you know, it's Star Wars, it's gonna make money. When they re-released this, I nearly bought on them, but 300, I think it was 330, I think is the cheapest I saw it, and I just couldn't justify. But for the price this was, it was just too good an opportunity to pass up. The only thing is you've got these little ties, and I don't need to be careful with this. This is something I will never sell. This is something I will never get rid of, but I don't want to break anything as well. So, and literally, the only thing I'm doing as well, firstly, is taking out the blade, which realistically just looks like a heavier dense, or a heavier, what's the word I'm looking for? A more durable saber blade than the Legacy series. What's even good about this one is that tells you whose it is as well, which is quite cool. So that's a blade, we'll get to that. The only thing I haven't got actually with me anywhere is batteries. In the desk behind me, there will be plenty of batteries. Christmas has just gone and we bought loads, so it's fine. Right, what do we get out next? Let's get out the hilt, because let's be honest, the hilt is the only part I'm actually, well, it's one of the only things I'm interested in. And what a beautiful piece it is as well. Oh my lord. Look at that. Look at that. And I'll tell you what, the build quality of it as well. You can always tell with the you can always tell the difference between the build quality of the Legacy Sabers and Hasbro's Black Series. Now the thing about this is, with it being an Elite one, I'm presuming, firstly, this is where the batteries goes. Consumer advice as well. I once had an original Black Series Vader Saber, the red one. My dad bought it for me. And the silliest thing that I ever did was I left the batteries in it. Now, when you leave the batteries in something for a very long time, battery acid can leak. And it did. And it literally absolutely destroyed it internally. And the one thing I will always say that is, if you have any electronic products, especially if they're on display, take the batteries out. Don't let it ruin it. Now, the only thing I can say is, so with this, because you can take the blade on, you can take the blade off, it actually has two parts. So obviously this is the part that will sit on top of the hilt, which we're going to get straight to anyway. There we go. Or you get the butt if you just want to display it for display purposes, which actually I think is a great idea, because dust will get down. So with the Legacy ones as well, you get a little cap that sits in the blade chamber, and it's great for, you know, stopping dust going down into the electronics. But actually, it just shows you sort of like the difference, that there's just that little bit of an extra touch on it, and I love that. So I'm just trying to, it's not easy to do this in my room because I don't have a lot of desk space. So I'm just trying to put stuff places so it doesn't fall off and damage it, because at the end of the day, we do not want that to happen. Right, get the stand out next, because I love the stand as well. Now the stands, remind me of what you'd see in like all of the Imperial Star Destroyers, a lot of the Imperial fleet, to be fair, all this design as such. There's that, and then there's also this little bit. I'm wondering what this is for. Well, I'm guessing that bit either just goes on there like that. And there you go. That's pretty much going to be sat on my desk behind me, because I want people to see this when I stream, that I have a Black Series saber. So let's get to the fun stuff. I still say, for £140, if you ever see these on sale, I would say even less than £200, buy one. If you want one, now it is mainly collectible. If you try to duel with these, you will break them. But if you want something, and literally, it's a weird flex, but it's a flex nonetheless. It's definitely a good opportunity to get one. If you can only afford a Legacy Saber, I would still get a Legacy Saber. Right. Battery casing. Now, the battery casings always as well. What batteries do they take? Ooh. This one takes AA batteries, which is fine. The casing always comes with a screw to hold your batteries in place. Like I said before, never keep the batteries in, especially if you're not going to use it for long periods of time. The next question is, do I have a screwdriver here? Let's just literally do a quick edit and sort that out. And it's just like that, magic. Right. Finally got the hilt battery pack open. It's tiny little screw there. I'm not going to screw it back up. Don't need to, but it's just literally to keep the batteries in place. Now, I have not read the instructions. It's got an instruction book. I don't read instructions. I literally get it out, have a guess, see what's what, see what's occurring, and go from there. Right. Let's do that back up. So literally that bit at the bottom just unscrews. Battery pack falls out. Now, With the Legacy Editions, all you do is literally put the blade in, down and twist. I'm just wondering if it is the same. Or is it? Maybe I should have read the instructions. Never mind. Over the top. That makes sense. I'm wondering, do you just literally... I should definitely have read the instructions. I may have to read the instructions quickly just to figure out what's going on. Or is that... Nope. Okay, so it's got 3 pins and then 1 pin in the bottom. Do I need to take this off? No, because it is screwed on. Ah, there we go. There we go. Right. This is always the fun part. Let's see what happens when I do this. Okay, nothing. I'm guessing my batteries are dead. I did pick up the rechargeable ones. No. Turns out, little switch on the side, up and down. Does have a button. What does the button do? Ah, now, it used to be tap sensitive, but now you use the button to literally. Look at that. You go. Honestly, I'm like a big kid and I'm 37 years old and it is messing with my camera lens. So let's do the fun stuff. No, it is not focusing on my camera. Not always going to help. I'll tell you what. Love it. Absolutely love it. I can't swing it around in here too much because, well, you can barely swing a cat around in here. But honestly, this is great. Absolutely great. And as you would expect from Hasbro and a Black Series edition, it's next to none. You know, you just can't beat it. So there we go. What a great piece of equipment. Now, in summary, I'm going to give it overall 8.5 out of 10. Couple of things. The build quality, next to nothing. Now, I always thought that the Return of the Jedi saber that Mark Hamill used was always a bit basic and it looked a little bit meh. But I tell you what, looking at this up close, it's great. And I do love the feature that you can, so this is what it should be without the blade. The other part that I do have is actually on the desk behind me, which I think is a great addition for not getting it clogged up with dust. In terms of effects, I'd probably give it a 7. Give it a 7. It's great having the button to do your blaster deflections and say dueling sounds, but the original Black Series ones, when you used to tap it against stuff, it used to do it all for you. Sound, 8. It's always going to be an 8 out of 10. It all comes out of the bottom in the battery compartment. One thing I do like about this though is if you've still got batteries in and you're not sure, if you do, well, if you try to turn it on, it makes that sound, which sounds like a misfire, which is great. But overall, as General Grievous will say, this is a fine addition to my collection. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch me unbox my newest collectible in my collection. And I hope to bring you a few more unboxing videos in the near future. If you like my content, please consider dropping a subscription where you can follow me for more content. Post a lot more of YouTube shorts which come from my Twitch channel. If you want to follow us on Twitch and come check us out, it's twitch.tv/Johnny_McWang. Stream on there 2 to 3 nights a week, and we have a lot of fun. And I'm not one to shy away from showing bits off on there as well. Guys, thank you so much again. Have an amazing day, and as always, may the Force be with you.